Oh, I am this mm, this Mackenzie shit. Some videos. I was just trying to download them because I saved my phone, and I can send it through my phone to myself, and it'll show up on my computer. But they wouldn't play or download from my computer, so we're gonna have to go straight to the source about all this. I was just watching, Dominic's sister, Christine. Oh my god, I wanna play her videos so bad. Like, just the stuff she says. I'm like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." Um, now the title, Kat Crowder, I think believe that's how you spell her name. Yes, it's the same. She was in prison with Mackenzie, and she has taken to the TikTok streets, and we're gonna watch some of her videos because she does some stuff, and I'm like, "Damn, why is this coming up?" Oh my god, my connection. Oh my god, the connection. Okay, let me see here. Um, she has look at that, 38.6 million views on this video. I believe this was the first one, part 2. But we're just gonna watch some of this because she talks about some shit, and I'm like, "Dang."
Hello, my name's Kat, and if you don't know, I was in prison with Mackenzie Sharilla. Don't believe me? Hold on, I got you. Let's fact check. So we got Miss Sharilla here, institution, Ohio Reformatory for Women, admission date, August 31st, 2023, okay. Now we have me, institution, Ohio Reformatory for Women, admission date, April 2024. All right, got that clear. Let's talk about the documentary that just came out on Netflix.
She's not originally from Ohio. Um, Her one pin video, she does talk about how she got into jail. She's from Nashville, around Nashville, like one of the suburbs of Nashville. She just happened to be going through Ohio and into Detroit. It's a whole long story.
The crash about Mackenzie because oh my god, do I have some shit to say. Foremost, I want to shout out Netflix for making it and filming it in a way that is very, very evident to make Mackenzie and her family look like complete dumbasses.
It does. I broke down. I know I said I was gonna wait and see what you guys wanted to do, but I couldn't help myself yesterday, and I sat down and I watched it, and oh my god, now I see why her dad is on a leave of absence from the school because of what he said. He literally said what he said and was smiling and laughing about it, but then yet goes on interviews and says, "Oh, Netflix turned that around." No, it was your face that told it all.
When I was in prison with her, it was at the beginning of her sentence. And the Mackenzie that came on to the Netflix was not the same Mackenzie that I witnessed in prison. I am so glad that they made sure to throw that clip in there that shows her lawyer was there with her, because that's the only reason Mackenzie even went on Netflix. Was one, because she thrived for fame even while I was in prison with her. She thought that she was going to be the princess of the prison. And she also went on there thinking that it was going to help her with another appeal that's going to get denied. We understand that, correct? Let me tell you something. Mackenzie Sharilla did not walk around that prison yard with an ounce of remorse. Mackenzie Sharilla did not walk around.
She didn't have any remorse, and if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Um, like, when they're, like, talking to her, her lawyer, I believe it's her lawyer, is off to the side. She literally looks at him and goes, "Is that good? Like, I don't wanna force it." Like, she's literally asking if her little performance was okay.
Around that prison yard, thinking about those lost loved ones that she claimed to think about every single day. Mackenzie Sharilla walked around prison thinking, how is she going to get in with the cool kids, which in prison, Mackenzie Sharilla did not relate to them at all. But as you can see by this new Mackenzie Sharilla that just popped on the Netflix documentary, she's really trying hard. She's had to get harder. She doesn't even talk the same. The way that she talked in this documentary is not even how her voice sounds. I'm just being honest.
We can go watch some videos, like, I can do a search for Mackenzie, like, I was doing it before because, like I said, I couldn't get it to download for some reason, so I'm on the actual this girl, this is from TikTok. Up here is her name if you wanna go follow her. Um, there's tons of videos of Mackenzie. Like, this girl is so all about herself. It's freaking sickening.
Honest. She's got a rasp to her voice, and that might be because in there she's starting to do rugs, which I've heard through the grapevine and other inmates that she is, which is what it is. It's bound to happen. You're in there for life. When I was in there with Mackenzie, all she cared about was doing her makeup, walking the yard with her 1 or 2 friends that were also very similar to her,
This girl
young
spilled
girls,
everything.
social media influencer wannabes, thinking that it was a high school like popularity contest. Now in the documentary, you can tell, because it's been a couple years by now, you can see she's been broken down. You can see that she's
Yeah, she looks like I don't wanna say she's, like, part of a gang because 'cause I've never been to prison. I don't know how women's prisons work. I don't know anything about them. But you can definitely tell she's been broken down. She looks depressed, but that could also just be an act that she's putting on for the I can't say it right, for Netflix.
she was starting to hang out with the lifers, which are more, I don't want to say institutionalized, but yeah, institutionalized and like harder, I guess you could say, and clicked up with each other. And you can tell just by the looks, and I hate to be like whatever, but as somebody who was in prison and in prison with her, you can tell. Mackenzie's story when she was in, like when I was in prison with her, was that she was high on shrooms when
That is a lie. On the docuseries thing, um, they had to send her blood off to another lab because they couldn't test for I can't even think of what it's called right now. They said it in there. She might say it. They couldn't test for the shroom stuff, so they had to send it off. It came back negative.
this accident occurred. And it had never came out in any documents that it had been, that she had gotten her blood tested for the shrooms, because it's hard to test for. A lot of states don't. They showed in this documentary that they sent it to an out-of-state lab to get tested, and there was only THC found. So now, like, girl, I already knew that you were lying, but now it's like you're just making up a huge story with no evidence to even try to back you up. So you look even more guilty. You don't care, like, that you took these lives. She walked around, never saw her cry. Are you kidding me? If I was in there, she walks around thinking she's gonna get out. Now, like I said in this documentary, after her appeals getting denied and stuff, I think it's kind of dawning on her that, baby girl, you're finna sit down.
Mhm.
You better get in where you fit in, sharilla. And Dom, and if you think Mackenzie going to prison was the end of her being in toxic relationships, let me tell you something. She was in like 4 in the short span that I was in there with her inside the prison walls. She thrives for that. She lives for that. And her mom, I'm sorry, Mackenzie was like full-fledged, old enough to know what she did, but her bozo ass parents fed into this 100%.
Yes, Mackenzie is the product of not being disciplined at all. She runs the show at home, and you can tell by her parents. Like, we're gonna watch something else after we get through these TikToks, and the way she speaks to her mom, if I woulda spoke to my mom like that, she woulda slapped me across the face. Like, she runs the show.
In prison, Mackenzie's batshit crazy mother was funding her prison lifestyle and making it as comfortable as possible. Mackenzie had everything you can imagine inside prison and more. All the makeup, all the like limited item stuff that like you have to buy, cash out this, cash out that. Mackenzie had it. Her mom enables her. Her family enables her like no other. They see no wrong. They're delusional. And Mackenzie has to get it from them. And then the saddest part of it all, which is already evident, is like, of course Dominic and of course Davian, both of them. And if you notice, and I can say this as a mom myself, the mothers of either one of them like refuse to be on any of these. But Mackenzie's mother never turns an eye to a chance to be on social media, on a podcast, on a documentary.
Oh, it gets better with the mom and Mackenzie not turning stuff down. Like, I got some shit to show you.
When it comes to Sharilla, because she could care less about those victims. Mackenzie's gonna have a hard life. They don't have any air conditioning in prison and no RW. It's gonna be a hot summer.
Okay, so where Mackenzie is imprisoned at, if you wanna call it that, is in Ohio. Literally, what is it? Is it St. Mary's? What prison is it? Let me look it up real quick because I am from Ohio, and I can tell you something. Let me see here. Woman's, prison, Ohio. It's in okay, Marysville. I'm gonna tell you how far that is from me, and then I'm gonna tell you what the temperature is today. Almost 2 hours from me, okay? Right now, it says it's 77 out, but it's gonna get up to 80. It has been up to 80 this whole entire week. I have, like, a cutout thing on my house, and I have, um, like, a table out there with some chairs and stuff, like, I cleaned that out, and I had to, like, actually stop and take a break because I was so damn hot, okay? This is just in a little town, whatever, I'm actually kind of in the shade, but then you think Mackenzie being in this prison. Girl, you know how fucking hot it's gotta be inside that building? It's gotta be hot, 'cause you know damn well it's made of brick, we all know it's made of brick. That's gonna hold heat.
And she's got 15, and baby, she's not gonna get parole on that first time she's in there bullshitting. People have told records, her disciplinary reports.
Oh, yeah, she gets a hold of her the disciplinary sorry, it's a word I can't say, reports, and she reads them. We're going to watch that too.
They're not gonna give her that. Her victims' families are going to show up. It is going to be shown in her next appeal that the clip where she is literally asking her lawyer, do you think I did too much? Do you think I want to be forcing it too hard?
Yeah, this
Like,
part.
girl, this is an act to you. You're just trying to get out, and you're not going to. It's ridiculous. I have so much more, like, lore and tea when it comes to being in prison with her. But my mind is spinning, and I don't want this to be a 20-minute video, so I'll probably make a second part. But that's my take on the Crash Netflix documentary from somebody who was in prison with Sharilla the... Yo, my name's Kat.
Yeah, they call her Sharilla, the Killa. I can't say that on here, but they call her that in prison. So here's part 2.
Okay, some more on calling Mackenzie Sharilla out since I was in there with her. Never one time did I ever see Mackenzie Sharilla go for a blood pressure check, take any type of medication, or go to sick call, ever experience dizziness. In fact, Mackenzie Sharilla would go out in 100-degree heat waves with baby oil on her and sit on the prison yard and tan.
Now, if you have POTS, that is a big no. You avoid the outside during the day because of what passing out. She doesn't have POTS, it's a lie, and you're gonna hear Mackenzie literally saying to her mom, something, should I just say this? I'm not gonna spoil it, but that's coming up in something we're gonna watch too.
So let's just get that understood. The girl does not have any medical issues. A lot of people in my live asked me, what do I mean by her voice seems different? She talked like your average, like, valley girl when I was in there with her. Now in this documentary, she's speaking like forced hood or slang because that is cool in prison. That is like, the more hood, the more gang, the more whatever you are, the more clout you have in prison. And Mackenzie wants clout in whatever way possible. Mackenzie has makeup and jewelry in prison because her mom is ordering it for her, and third-party vendors like Union Supply or Access, like Secure Pack, and getting them like packages sent into the prison for her. So that...
See, I knew you could buy stuff for them, but I didn't know, like, it came like, you can do, like, a lump sum bundle package thing. Like I said, I don't know nothing about the prison systems because 'cause I'm a good girl.
that's where she gets makeup, because we could get like our loved ones to order makeup. Also, Mackenzie is on the like prison princess, like paper dolls, the prison sugar daddy websites that like Gypsy Rose.
See, I didn't know that existed either. I did not know there was a prison, sugar daddy website. Well, it doesn't sup I'm not even surprised because there's a website for everything, but ugh.
Found Ryan and Ken on. Mackenzie is on those websites also, so there's sugar daddy supplying her needs. People asked me if Mackenzie ever showed remorse in prison. Mackenzie never cried the entire time I saw her in prison. Not one tear. So for her to sit me and say that she thought about it every day was bullshit. Also, props to that judge for stepping on Mackenzie's mama's neck during that victim impact statement, because what do you mean?
Yeah.
She said Davion was a new friend. Oh, okay. So, yeah, no. And to answer another question, yes, Mackenzie has had multiple girlfriends in prison. She was walking around with on her neck, like hickeys on her neck. In prison, she's gone to the hole for being intimate with girlfriends in prison. So if she was grieving or remorseful, she would not have gone to prison and jumped into prison relationships within the next 6 months. In fact, 2 of her former prison girlfriends follow me on this TikTok. One of them I've interviewed on my page. So also, that Rosie Graham girl, if y'all follow her, unfollow her, because she's delusional and she is just trying to get clout off of being a former friend of Mackenzie. Because what do you mean you would not? What do you mean Davion and Dom were your friends, but you wouldn't help the detectives figure out what happened? But you're so
Okay, so this Rosie girl, if you haven't seen the Netflix thing, I'm gonna try not to spoil it. She was Mackenzie's, like, best friend or whatever. She refused to talk to cops. She refused, flat out refused to talk to detectives, FBI, whatever law enforcement they had come in. She just flat out refused it. Mm, no, it's called doing the right thing. But yeah, she's no. Um, Christine, Dom's sister. I kinda wanna go over a couple of her, lives. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say now. She said give me a second here. I forgot where I was going with this. Um, I'll play this, and when I think about it, I'll cut in again.
quick to agree to be on a Netflix documentary about it. I love how even the detective or prosecutor threw that in there. Because what? And no, Mackenzie Sharilla will not be granted parole on her first hearing. I can tell you that right now. She's getting flopped. Okay, some more.
I cannot remember what it was that I wanted to talk about. I have some more videos here. Maybe I'm down too far. Where's the one? She's literally talking to let me see here. I have it pulled up on my phone now. News Nation. Prison. Oh my god, let me see here. Oh, right here.
Joining me now is social media influencer Kat Crowder. Thank you so much for taking the time. Why do you believe that?
Thank you for having me. When Mackenzie first walked out in the documentary, my jaw was dropped because that was not the person that I saw in prison when I was with her. She walked around in a very light demeanor, if that makes sense. So lots of laughing, lots of giggling, makeup done every day. It was never this dark, smug, tough girl act that was in this video, trying to portray some sort of remorse. I don't know what somebody's thinking. I don't know what's going on in her head, but from my observations, there was never any, behaviors that looked like somebody who was remorseful.
Did she ever talk about the crash? Did she ever talk about the victims in the case?
Not directly to me, but I've spoke to a few women since me being released and going on about her case, and they've came out and said that they had conversations with her and she informed them that
it was not due to POTS. It was due to her being high. There's a few different stories that she's had. One was that she had no idea, she didn't remember, amnesia. So there's a few things that she circulated.
Did you ever see
She's lying. She has to remember, because like, in the Netflix show and then other things, they go over when she makes that, I think it's a right-hand turn. She does it so perfect and calculated, like, like you would normally take a freaking turn. She's bullshitting. I'm so tired of Mackenzie.
talking about POTS, did you ever see any of those symptoms when you were with her, when you were around her?
Not once. She seems like a very healthy young girl. I mean, she was constantly on the yard. There were even times where we were in the middle of a heat wave and she was laying out with baby oil tanning in 100-degree.
If you look over here in the comments, this Tiffany NV, I have POTS and there's no way I can lay out in 100-degree weather or even go for long walks. Hell no, that's immediate star seeing. Same, I can't even handle 70-degree weather half the time. So she doesn't have POTS. If she's going for these long walks and sitting out in the hot sun, you can't do that. That's from people who have POTS.
Weather. She was very active, always walking. I never saw her get blood pressure checks, routine or emergency. I never saw her go to take any sort of medication. She seemed very healthy to me.
What did she talk about? Like, what did she say then, if she was, kind of like happy and optimistic?
Again, I wouldn't consider myself somebody who was friends with her.
Sure.
Our conversations were very limited. I mean, we had two, and it was about things that she was making jewelry. She was making jewelry, customizing shoes for people, hats. But the people that were close to her that I have spoken to, she was just kind of thinking she was in high school. She was not focused on the fact that, she murdered two people. And
well, in one of your posts, you mentioned that Mackenzie used to have hickeys on her neck. What's going on there? How do you?
Yeah. So it's kind of normal. I don't want to say normal, but common for some of the women in there to form relationships, like intimate relationships. And towards the end of my sentence, before I was about to be released, I saw Mackenzie walking the track on the yard, and she did have large hickeys. And it's come out since then that she's had multiple girlfriends since being incarcerated, doing who knows what. So that just had to result from another one.
Was she a mean girl in the prison?
I do say that she wanted to be like Regina George. I mean, just the way that she did her makeup, the way that I mean, it was like she was going out to a club or something, or she thought she was going to be famous or photographed. She would wear her clothes altered so they would be form-fitting, and she would make fun of people who had less than she did because she was well taken care of inside prison. She is taken care of.
What do you think about all the reaction that she's getting,
Before he starts on to another question, there are I don't know where it's at. I can't remember. I was looking for it this morning and I couldn't find it. I did read though, people who went to school with Mackenzie, they were commenting on there was an article. They were all bullied by her. Straight bullied by her. I'm like, she's a horrible person.
in the wake of this documentary?
I mean, like I said in my video, I think that the documentary was filmed in a way to make her and her family look a certain way, and
It looks
not in
stupid.
her favor. And I do think it's crazy, because she strives to be famous even before getting in trouble. And before all of this, she wanted to be an influencer and all of the things. And it's almost like she's kind of achieved that, but in a different manner of being infamous.
Yeah, well, that's...
So speaking of being an influencer, all of her social media accounts are still active. Mommy is running them. And she is sending pictures of herself to Mommy, which we'll watch the video. She explains how that happens. So Mommy can post them on her socials and keep people updated. Nobody gives a two shits about you, Mackenzie. Nobody.
That's for sure. Look, it's so hard to judge, what somebody's acting like in prison, if they're putting on an act because who they're around, or, you're seeing the real Mackenzie. It's just very odd. So, Kat Crowder, thank you so much for sharing your observations with us about this. It's really an important story, and I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You got it. Joining me now is social media.
I hope none of this middle school. Oh, okay, it's something different. I really hope that Kat doesn't get any backlash from the family or anything for speaking out, because she is painting Mackenzie in a bad light, which it's all true. I mean, everything we know about Mackenzie, she's just confirming.
Let's look at Mackenzie.
This is Mackenzie's her disciplinary. Her disciplinary file thing.
Sharilla's disciplinary infractions, and I'm gonna tell you what they probably are for and what they mean from somebody who was in prison with her and was at that prison and has a pretty good understanding of these write-ups. May 16th, 2024, she got written up for being out of place. Now that can be for a couple things. She either was not where she needed to be for count time, which happens 3 times a day, or she was in somebody else's dorm or unit, and usually that's not for a good reason. September 4th, 2024, stealing or embezzlement of property. Exactly that. I heard that she stole some beads from the bead room in her unit, which got her moved to another unit. All alleged. She was also written up for possession of contraband, including altered items. So she took something and either hemmed it to be more form-fitting, or she just messed around with something that was state issued.
It's probably because she does the clothes thing to make them more form-fitting. They need to start cracking down on her like that, because no, and that's how prison is. You need to suffer. I mean, you go in, you do your time, and you get out.
October 19th, 2024, possession of property of another incarcerated person. So she stole something from somebody. Or she had somebody's TV that had their name engraved on the back that a lot of people sell before they leave prison. And another contraband ticket. 11/11/2024, another contraband of altered items ticket. 2 days after that, on the 13th of November, disturbance of a direct order. So the COs were telling her to do something, and she basically said, as well as destruction, alteration, or misuse of property. Exactly that. On November 16th and November 30th, she got 2 more being out of place tickets. And then on December 10th of 2024, she got a disturbance of a direct order again, and another being out of place ticket. January 16th of 2025, she had a misuse of authorized medication. So she had some prescription that she was hoarding, and they found it on her. She either was or selling it or whatever, alleged. And another contraband ticket. She managed to stay out of trouble for the next 3 months, and on April 29th, she got a violation of visitation, including video visits. So something happened either in a video visit or a real visitation that was not allowed. I wonder who it was that was visiting her.
Probably mommy.
The next day, Mackenzie got a sexual harassment ticket, disturbance of a direct order, and possession of contraband. Should I say more? May 1st, we've got a possession of contraband. July 15th, 2025, being out of place. 4 days later, she got an encouraging or creating a disturbance. So she was being reckless or egging somebody on to be reckless and obnoxious. July 23rd, being out of place. And to end this, on August 1st of 2025, she got a sexual conduct. Consensual, though. Needless to say, this is not the Mackenzie that I was in prison with. She was not doing any of this. She would be too scared. So prison's really gotten to her. All of these out of place tickets are probably her being in her little boo's dorm. That's not her dorm. So, and I want to know what all this contraband is. It can be from something really minuscule to something really crazy. All of this will be brought up at her parole hearing. And that's not a good look. That's a lot of write-ups to get in a short amount of time. Let's just get that established. Just crazy.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me find the next video. downloaded this from something. Where did I download it from? Oh, I don't know where I downloaded it from. We're gonna watch. Let me see here. Let me type in the name. Just making sure. Let me see here. I wanted to show you guys the video. I know we've seen it before, but I was outside, so my voice is a little raspy. Cleaning out my cutout I have. Let me see here. Okay, this is trigger warning. Trigger warning, trigger warning. This is when the officers tell Dom's mom that he has passed away. Okay, this breaks my heart because I have a 17-year-old son. So, but just trigger warning.
Unfortunately, there was an accident, okay, involving Mackenzie, Davion, and who we believe is Dominic, is the third person.
An accident?
A car accident. Okay.
Where?
Last night.
Wait.
Just relax. Just hold on. Just stay seated. Just stay seated. Just hold on. Just listen.
Yes. Take a deep breath.
Christine, look at me. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, just take
a deep breath. Okay. Right now, all we know is that the driver, who was Mackenzie, is at
Again, trigger warning. Trigger warning, trigger warning. I don't know how many times I can say it. Trigger warning.
Metro.
Right.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, just
stay seated, please.
Take your time.
Please, just relax. Take a deep breath.
That's
Take a deep breath.
That's okay. You're good. Take your time.
Take a deep breath. Okay. Is anybody else home here with you right now?
But Christopher, but he's sleeping. Angela's in Florida. Wait, where's Mackenzie's mom?
Okay. They're down at Metro right now. Okay. The other two passengers, like I said, was Davion and who we believe is Dominic. Okay. From what Mackenzie told us. Okay. Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Christine,
Sit down.
Oh God!
Just sit down.
Oh my God!
Kristen's gonna come outside.
That's okay.
Christine.
Yes, just take a deep breath. It's okay.
I would be the exact same way if that happened to my son.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
No.
Everybody lost it.
Please.
I would be the same way for the simple fact that his father passed away. So my late husband. My son's baby brother was stillborn at 40 weeks. And then my dad passed away in between all that. So I would be the exact same way because when a certain month comes up during the year, my son is put in a fucking bubble because everybody's died in that month. I would be flipping out like this lady.
Oh, I see Kathy. What did she do?
Christine.
What did she do?
It would be best.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Is there somebody else we can call for you?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Is there somebody we can call for you? Okay, wait. Okay.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh my God!
I think that's all we're gonna watch at that because that's heartbreaking to watch. Very, very heartbreaking. All right, give me a second. What did I want to show you guys? Where is my stuff? I'm so used to doing everything on my phone. I'm trying to find where my stuff that I've watched. Past live streams playlist. Where the hell is all my stuff that I've watched? It's all right. We can always go to her page. Okay, give me a second here. We're gonna watch a video from Dominic's sister. Actually, no. We're gonna go to Brian Enton. Brian Enton has a good one. I was watching it last night. Let me see here. Videos. You know, I probably should be like showing you guys what I'm doing so you guys can see everything. I like to be very transparent. You can see what I'm doing. Is this it? Let me see.
Hey guys, appreciate you guys for watching, for checking out my channel. The Mackenzie Sharilla documentary. It's called Crash. It's on.
Let me see. Okay, this is nope. We already watched that.
Hey guys, appreciate you guys.
Where the hell did maybe it's on his shorts? I literally just watched it last night. Hold on. Let me look at my phone. It's not on here now. Did he take it down? It's not in my previous watch. Let me see.
That's what I'm saying is when we thought it was an accident, they were all, you know, obviously kind and okay. But then the second that she got arrested,
I can't find it.
And
hey guys,
oh sorry.
That's what I'm saying is when we thought it was an accident, they were all, you know, obviously kind and okay. But then the second that she got arrested and attorneys got involved and stuff, we never heard from them again. And at the trial, as you're sitting face to face, like family to family to them, and they won't even look at us. There's no like, I'm telling you what, if my kid hurt some other kid or something like that, I'm apologizing.
Okay, hold on, let me go back. I found it on my phone. Oops. Yeah, it's this one right here. Okay, this one.
My son how to play. So
2023, I was looking back at old News Nation clips. I played one of the old clips in a previous episode when I interviewed the prosecutor, but it's kind of hit the mainstream now that this documentary on Netflix has really gone viral. Even some of my family members, you see the crowd like, yeah, I covered this years ago. But it's an important, sad story. I just finished a long conversation with Dominic Rousseau's sister, Christine. Dominic, of course, is one of the victims. She is such a badass. We had such an interesting conversation. She really held nothing back about how she feels about Mackenzie. She shared some new information about what she thought about Mackenzie before all of this, why she feels that Mackenzie was extreme.
Some of the stuff I have to pause it every so often because it's part of the YouTube policy. Anyways, some of the stuff in here, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, it's gonna blow your mind.
Extremely abusive towards her brother. So you're gonna hear that full conversation in a minute. I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. Sorry, it's hot where I am right now, so I'm sweating a little bit. But quickly, let me give you a little bit of the backstory for those of you who haven't been following along closely. Mackenzie was the driver of a crash in 2022 in Ohio. She survived, but her boyfriend, Dominic Rousseau, and their mutual friend, Davion Flanagan, they were both killed. She was convicted of murder and other charges after investigators say she deliberately drove 100 miles an hour into a brick wall.
Oh, sorry. Give it a minute.
Just slammed into a brick wall. The investigation showed that in the 5 seconds before the car hit the wall, there was absolutely no attempt to hit the brakes, and instead the accelerator was pushed down all the way to the floor. And investigators say it was definitely intentional, that Mackenzie and Dominic had a volatile relationship. And there are some newly unearthed text messages that show Mackenzie and Dominic's relationship was unraveling in the days before the crash. This is according to TMZ that obtained these text messages. So in this exchange between...
If she had POTS, she'd be hitting the floor right now. I can tell you that. Literally would be hitting the floor.
Dominic and Mackenzie before the crash, they were arguing. Dominic seemed like he needed space from Mackenzie. In one of those text messages, she said that she has so much hate, that was the quote, so much hate, and claims it stems from everything that he put her through. And TMZ reports that Dominic responded by begging her to stop and explained that his grandparents were in town and that he just wanted to be able to enjoy time with his grandparents. And definitely showed a volatile relationship. She then responded, maybe you shouldn't have been an effing D word. And again, these text messages were not long before the crash, which goes back to the prosecutor's theory that, you know, there was a volatile relationship leading up to this and that Mackenzie crashed the car deliberately. There are also these jail recordings of Mackenzie in prison where she is now, these conversations with her mom. You know, jail recordings are public record. If you
They are leaking like it's their job. It is leaking like a fucking busted pipe. Oh my god, there's so many that's coming out right now. I can't even keep up with them. I've been like trying to download them and save them and stuff, and I'm just like, there's just too many. It's literally like she talks to her mom like 3 or 4 times a day. That's how many there are.
You call someone in jail, it's recorded, and people can get a hold of it. Police can get a hold of it. The public can get a hold of it. So these recordings are now leaking out, and they are like so strange.
They
I
are.
don't think I've ever heard anything like
They're
it.
so weird.
Mackenzie and her mom speak in this weird, like, secret language. It appears to be like a form of gibberish, which breaks a word down into syllables, adds like Eza into each syllable, I'm told. I still can't sort it out, but it sounds really weird. In one of the calls, it seems Mackenzie is having issues in prison with another inmate. I clipped some of the calls. Listen to this.
Thank you. First off, before we hear this call, because I think this one's the long one. Yeah, this is long. If you want me to skip through it, just say something in the chat. First off, this is from Mackenzie was in the psych ward, I guess, in the jail, the mental health area or whatever you want to call it. And she's complaining about another inmate that has mental health issues. Bitch, shut the fuck up and sit down. You can just sit all the way the fuck down.
Keep using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello? Hey. 이런 시저 피자 기능 이런 이저 like this either pizza out you get these degrees of pizza season here.
That is the gibberish. I've thought about slowing it down and like trying to decipher it, but that's the gibberish that her and her mom talk about. Now, I believe it's in this one. I think Brian asked this Dominic's sister Christine about this. Mackenzie and her mom never spoke this before the crash. And I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, her mom, or they came up with this during that 3 months that Mackenzie was laying in bed and just crying and laying next to her shrine of Dom. I bet you that's when they fucking came up with it because she had enough time to freaking figure it out and do it.
Daddy's ass. He's like, he's always like, he's a piece of cheese ass.
Tell me.
She's a piece of pizza. She's a piece of pizza with you. He's like, without getting to me like this, or she's like screaming. She's like,
She's talking about. She's talking about this person. They eventually start speaking to where we can understand them, but she's talking about this other person there that just got moved there that has mental health issues.
Like talking to me, I'm like, girl, like you don't see me walking to my room. What the fuck? Why are you yelling at me? And then she wants to like let me out last, and like only let one girl out, and like.
Also, too, listen how she speaks to her mother. This I think it was this part tells me exactly. She ran the show at home. She'd tell her parents, or parents to jump. They'd be like, "How high?"
It take long as fuck to let me back out of my room and shit.
Yeah.
She being weird as fuck. I don't like.
Kenzie, that's what I mean. Don't, because she can control the quality of your day.
She I don't even know her, and she's already being a bitch.
I know, so please just be kind, so she does not control the quality of your day in a negative way. Some people get off on that shit. Don't give her any reason to. Okay? Sweet as pie.
I am. I'm gonna be myself every single day, but like I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her. Like I'm getting so irritated. I just know I need to get the fuck off of this floor. Like I need to get off of this floor. Like I would have my iPad right now. I would be okay. Like I need to get the fuck off of.
She needs to stay on the mental health floor. She needs to be in that for the remainder of her time in jail.
Of this floor.
You might not. You don't know that.
I'm saying I need to get off of this floor, like right now.
I understand that part. So, by the way, my request for the video thing was denied because my picture was not approved, so I got to use a different picture. I was trying to put a cute picture of you and me, but I guess it just has to be my straight face. So.
Please hurry.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'm so irritated, for real. Like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
I know, and it just sucks because there's nothing to do, which makes it even worse.
She keeps saying, I need to get out of here, I need to get out of here. You can't just leave the floor that you're put in. And she's complaining about it.
No. And I'm not even going to ask this desk because she's going to think I'm doing too much.
Right.
Like, I need to get off. I don't want to be on the psych ward. I don't want to be on this pod. I don't want to be on this pod at all.
Yeah. Kenzie, I'm telling you right now, if you have to calm down. Because if they think that you are having a problem or a mental health problem because you're complaining, then you could be in like some psych ward unit.
I already am on some psych ward unit.
No,
I'm on the psych.
I mean like in some kind of room with a code or whatever, Kenzie, you just stop.
You should be.
No, it's not like that at all.
I don't know how it is. I don't want
Easy, we don't even need a reason. Do you using these apps? You just like stay there using that music. You have these are only like he's like weird as fuck. Like I'm weirded the fuck out. Like I don't want to be around these people. Like
I know.
You're trying to put me on a pod for protection.
Bad idea.
What?
Doing laps, like walking around doing laps.
I don't care. I don't want to be on a pod with people that are crazy.
Well, they're not all that way.
They're not.
She doesn't want to be in a pod with people that are crazy. Girl, you were fucking crazy. You killed 2 people. Like, she's lucky. She's lucky right now. Like, I'm assuming this was a while ago, but she's lucky she's even in the mental health ward of the place. Like, she got lucky of where she went. She's at fucking Camp Cupcake. She could have went to big girl jail, and I wish she would have.
The people I talked to yesterday were cool, but like I don't ever get to talk to them. So, and then I'm in my room all day, and then I don't have anything to do, and I don't get my tablet.
Yeah, I know.
Pick up a drawing.
I know. Just don't let it show that it's bothering you. I don't know what their threshold is. Okay. Promise me. You got a long weekend coming up of nothing. It's gonna suck big time.
Must have been a holiday on a Friday or a Monday. I think I can think of for a long weekend.
I'll try and get everybody to make phone calls. I don't know if I can't control what they're doing, but I'll try.
Literally everybody, like all day.
Well, honey, that costs money. I don't know if they not has that. Ask them, okay?
Okay, so the mom said it costs money. It does cost money. I believe it's per minute. Long story short, a really good guy friend of mine, his ex-wife is dating one of my exes. Okay, I dodged a bullet with that guy. I left him at the right spot because he went downhill after that. He's been to prison twice, I believe it is. And best guy friend was telling me it's like for him to call the girlfriend, it's 20 cents per minute. And if they call your cell phone, like it gets charged to your bill. So, yeah.
Tell them please, it will literally help so much.
Yeah, I know. I'll try. You just got a big long weekend coming up of nothing, so just try and sleep, I guess. It's just gonna suck.
I don't know. I'm just so irritated.
I know. Me too, I'm sorry.
This is a long conversation.
Maybe you'll get to do something like you did yesterday with him.
Just wait though, because he tells him on holiday.
I just don't know how any of this works.
I almost wish I had court every single day. Still.
Right, I know.
So I had something to do.
Something to do.
Okay, so she says she wished she still had court every single day. So this is after she got sentencing. So I kind of wonder why she went to the psych ward or the psych floor there.
Right. I just wish things didn't take so long to get to you. That's like the hard part too.
I'm so annoyed.
Do you have access to therapy?
I've been asking for mental health for like 2 days, and they're just the staff that's here is like, "What do you need mental health for?" And I was like, "I'm dealing with grief, and I like to have."
She's dealing with grief, and the only time she has cried was when she got sentenced. She's grieving not being able to be free and out with us. Girl, you're not grieving Dom. You're not grieving. I'm gonna say his name wrong. The other boy starts with a D. Davion. I think that's his name. Something like that. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. But she's grieving being free.
Anxiety about court. And she just like don't. She said okay, and then she definitely didn't even try to give me mental health.
Very strange. There's another part of the call where they talk about Dominic, and Mackenzie's mom is quick to tell her to stop talking about it because she realizes that the court calls are recorded, and she says it. Listen
to this. Oh,
Abraham Lincoln.
Sorry. I'll pause it. This is where she freaking tells her mom how it is, and when she tells her mom, you know, like, don't tell me what to do kind of thing, that's how I know she runs the show at home.
Stories of these individuals.
So what are people? So Morgan and Jane are saying shit about the trial?
No, that was like a long time ago.
So they're not even commenting on the trial.
Not that I've seen. And besides, that call, Kenzie, was from 2020. It was so long ago, too. I'm like, really, guys?
Oh, me and Dom arguing?
No, when they came to the house for the quote-unquote suicide visit.
I know, I remember that. Dom came to get me, like later that
Kenzie, I'm not talking about anything right now.
Right here.
Don't say anything about the call or anything.
What do you mean?
About your calls with Dom's calls because they're listening to conversations.
That has nothing to, it's not, well, what is that about saying Dom came to get me? Like, you're about to make me hang up and not talk to you. I'm already fucking irritated. Don't say that. I'm allowed to fucking say that. Dom
I just
came
don't
to
want
get
to
me.
talk about anything.
I'm allowed to talk about that. I'm allowed to talk about that.
Well, don't talk about it anymore.
I'm allowed to talk about it as much as I want because there's nothing to hide about it.
I know there's not.
Okay,
I just don't want to give them anything. Nothing.
That's not giving them anything. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? I'm a little bit confused. Like, is this, like, are you okay? Like, why can't I say that? Like, that has nothing to do with anything.
I said anything more. I know you're irritated. You need
nothing.
to.
There's nothing more.
Kenzie, I'm going to hang up if you can't, because they're listening to everything.
See, her mom said I'm going to hang up. Her mom's threatening her. That's what we heard her do to Dominic, and that the recording Dominic did on his phone when she was trying to get into his house. She threatened him. You don't open this door, I'm gonna, key your car. It's a learned behavior of the way she acts.
So
I
let's
don't care.
control ourselves.
They can listen to everything I say.
You're irritated.
Don't tell me to stop talking about something, because I'm just going to not stop talking about it, ever, never.
Don't tell me to stop talking about something. Girl. That part right there. This little bitch runs a show at home.
Do that again. See, now this girl's just about to get to talking to herself again. Like, man, she's about to piss me off. Like,
she's got mental health issues. Leave her go.
Are you there, or am I going to hang up the phone?
I'm here. No,
okay.
I'm here.
Okay. I would answer them when I
lunch?
talk. No, I didn't.
What did they serve?
I don't know. I refused it. It looked disgusting.
Oh, sorry.
Man, this girl is annoying as fuck. Oh my goodness.
Why? What is she doing?
Just talking to herself.
Let her talk to herself. She probably hasn't got to the mental
like
health part yet.
Is it the same one?
Yes. I don't want to hear that shit.
Sorry.
Man, she's not over there. She's not there. There's nobody there. Like, damn, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm about to get irritated as fuck.
Why? Who's she calling?
She's trying to call the staff, who's not even there. Man, she needs to go lay the fuck down.
You need to sit the fuck down.
Is it the one that talks to herself all day?
Yes. She just got moved over here, and, like, she annoying as fuck.
She said she just got moved over there. So if she just got moved over there, then she hasn't been to see a psychiatrist, or she hasn't been to see the therapist yet, or whatever mental health things that they offer in jail. That all takes time to get it all set up. And she's sitting here complaining because this woman is in a mental health, has mental health issues. Girl, shut up.
I need to get off of this pod, like, today.
Well, she'll be calling me back. Hopefully soon.
Oh my god. I'm about to get so irritated.
Just try to shut down and keep to yourself.
How can I shut down when I can't even get a quiet bit of mind because this girl? Just talk to herself. I know she's right next to me. Like, I hear her right by me every single time. Just calling the staff when she's not even fucking there.
So the calls are intense at times, and again, this strange language that they talk in, all very, very bizarre. I want you to hear now, though, my full conversation with Dominic's sister, Christine Rousseau, how she's coping with everything that happened, how she's dealing with sort of the fallout from the documentary, and we even talked about the jail calls, too. I'm joined now by Christine Rousseau. This is Dom.
She does have a channel, and I'm gonna put that in the chat. So if you can go follow her, show her some support, because she is doing right now, as we speak, amazing things. She's gonna start a foundation. She's been playing with the idea to do a documentary thing on Dom's side of it all, which I really hope she does. Like, I really, really hope she does this. And she's also trying to I don't know if it's get a law passed or put something in place to where Mackenzie cannot monetize off of the accident with, like, doing anything on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, stuff like that, so where she cannot get paid for posting about it. I'm gonna get Christina's link, and I'm gonna put it in the chat, so make sure you go up and sub up to her and show her.
Christine, thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it. Christine has a podcast called Big Sister Unhinged podcast. Hopefully you won't get too unhinged in this episode, but people can go to your Unhinged podcast for that stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But I actually, I'm a reporter for News Nation. I covered the story. I think it was 2023. I interviewed the prosecutors and we did a whole story on it. And it was awful, and I just kind of put it in the back of my brain. And then when this Netflix documentary came out, it's like all of a sudden all these people who didn't even know about the case, like my stepmom, all these people are calling me like, did you see this doc on Netflix? And I'm like, yeah, I covered this like 3 years ago. It's an awful, awful story. What has it been like for you with the documentary coming out?
Real quick, I just put the link to Christina's YouTube channel in the chat, so please go show her some love.
It's been terrible. Absolutely terrible. There's been people showing up to the cemetery, strangers, and a lot of my family, Dom's family, have, stays quiet and they're private and not ready to talk to strangers, and that's, their right, and people are just bombarding them at the cemetery, and
that's not okay.
What I'm seeing on social media is disgusting. A lot of comments made about my brother, our family, and that's been going on for years, but now it's just like all over the place. I try to see more good and ignore the bad, but it's hard when it's just everywhere. A lot of misinformation everywhere. It's kind of infuriating, honestly.
Yeah, and I know like sometimes the bad comments stand out, but at least for me, it seems like 99% are supportive of you and your family, and
well, it's good to hear.
Feel
good.
Terrible for you guys, And
I might just be seeing the bad then.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
I'm trying not to focus on it, but I ran across a TikTok today, and some lady was saying the most vile things about my brother, and I was like, "Who is this? Like, why are you doing this? It's all wrong. It's fake. It's lies. Like, why are you saying these things? You don't even know us. You know what I mean? It's terrible." Yeah.
I was reading through some of the texts before this that I hadn't seen before, like some of the texts between Mackenzie and your brother, where it seemed like she was trying to, he was kind of trying to get away from her, it seemed like, before this happened. I mean, what was the sort of the situation like before the crash?
When they moved in together, it started going downhill. And then within like the last 6 months or so, it got extremely, extremely toxic on her side. And he was trying to break up with her and get rid of her. He had told his best friends, I don't like to talk about like last moments with Dom or personal things said with other people, but I do know for a fact that like he was steady trying to break up with her. It had gotten so volatile and toxic. They were on and off. It was rocky, toxic. They were No, not allegedly, because I mean it's in the text, but that she was prostituting. He was trying to move on and get rid of her. He had big plans in life, and she just had nothing going for her. She was just toxic and terrible and self-absorbed. So
she is very, very self-absorbed. Like, I just type her name in on TikTok and you will see what I'm talking about.
Was prostituting?
Yeah, there's some text messages. Actually, I heard when the crash first happened, my mom, I have a cousin, I guess. My mom came to me and said, one of our cousins, were telling me that she was prostituting. And I was like, there's no way. I did not think that. Like, I didn't believe it. And then now I've seen like confirmation via text. It's in their text, like he says something along the lines of, you were letting men your feet, and then actually like 10 days before she killed him, he says to her, and these are in the case file so anyone can see it, but it's he says to her, Kenzie, what is your family gonna think when they find out you're a prostitute? And I don't know, like stuff like that I've seen. So
no, between ho-hoing around, because I don't know if I could say that P word on here, between that and the way she treated him, I wish he would have got out sooner. He was in the process of leaving her when it happened. And I think the reason why she wouldn't let him go, and like that video that I showed yesterday of her trying to get inside his house and he wouldn't let her in, he gave her everything. Like, he gave her the world. And she turned around and just treated him like shit, and she didn't want to lose that money. Because Dom he was what, 19, I think? 19 or 20? He was really good with I think it was like Bitcoin or something, or like stock trading or something, and he had hit a lot of money. He came into a lot of money. Like, this kid was going places. He had just started up his own clothing line and everything. Like, he was going places, and she knew it. And I think that's why she wouldn't let him go, is because of the money.
and I've heard firsthand that she was. So
when you would be around her, like family things and stuff, like what was the vibe you got?
The first day I met her, I couldn't stand her. She didn't say hi to me, didn't introduce herself, flung herself on Dom. She was just, I don't know. And that was how she was with everybody. Like, didn't give us any respect. There was no respect. Very much of that. I think my sister was a little bit closer with her because they used to babysit my nieces and nephews too. So my sister saw them a lot more, but I wasn't crazy about her at all from the moment I met her whatsoever.
Did you ever, and it's so, looking.
Her mother's intuition about not being crazy about her was right. Always trust your gut.
Obviously, knowing what happened now, it's like maybe you see things you didn't think about then, but did you ever think she could be dangerous?
No, not, I mean, like no, not like a murderer, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that people see that. I still sometimes, I'm like, I can't believe that this even happened, but not.
Because narcissists are really good at hiding who they really are until the mask gets pulled off. Just saying.
Now looking back, like signs of like, I don't know, she isolated him a little bit, a lot of it. She wouldn't leave his side. I wish I knew more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could have done something, but that's not something that he shared with me, was like the bad parts of the relationship or anything like that. Very private. And if you've ever been in a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship, the abuser, the narcissist, the toxic one usually puts on a pretty good front in front of people. So
yes,
they do their best to fake, which is very much her.
She seems, just reading through the texts, like very manipulative.
Yes.
Like trying to scare him into, doing what she wants.
Yeah, and I think you can still see that to this day, even behind bars. I've talked to the prison girls, and she's still doing that in jail, the manipulation. And I think she just has ran the show since she was young, and she is a monster.
Yeah, it's because she was gentle parenting, or got gentle parenting. You don't gentle parent your kids. You can't, because they're going to turn out to be like Mackenzie. You don't let your kids run the show. They fuck up. I don't know what state you're in, but in the state of Ohio, open hand to the butt is fully legal. It just cannot be closed fist. That's what she needed, and she never got.
I believe, and a complete narcissist.
Did she ever apologize?
No, well, I can't say that. When the crash first happened, I actually thought it was an accident for some time. Some of us thought there was me, my father, and my sister thought it was an accident. The rest of the family knew certain things, like she had tried to actually kill him 2 weeks prior. Like she was driving the car recklessly and was screaming, "I'm going to kill you," and he had to get picked up on the side of the road. Certain family members knew that. I hadn't talked to him for a minute, so like I didn't know that happened. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just pick the phone and say, "Christine, Kenzie tried to kill me 2 weeks ago." So I didn't hear that. And there were certain other things that I didn't know right off the bat. So I thought it was an accident for a couple of months, actually. And so what was the question again?
Did you initially like feel sorry for her when you thought it was an accident? Like you just...
Oh yeah. I sat there and prayed and cried for her. Her mom actually lied to us for, it was like 3 or 4 days. She lied to me, my dad, and my sister, and told us that Kenzie was unconscious, that she was like in a coma, had not woken up. We'll come to find out now, you can see she was actually like, they were on Instagram trying to get modeling gigs within hours of killing 2 people. And within hours of killing 2 people, she's on TikTok videotaping herself in the hospital bed. But her mom lied to us for days and days, telling us that she was unconscious. Like we thought she was dead for days, and that she hadn't woken up, so it was like 4 days later, all of a sudden she woke up. But that was a big lie. But yeah, I felt instantly, I was crying just as much for her as I was for my brother. I felt so terrible. I thought it was an accident. At first I thought even maybe drinking could be involved. You never jump to thinking, oh, she was, some people actually did. My siblings and my stepmother and things, like everybody knew how this had been firsthand. They've witnessed things that they knew immediately it was murder. I just had not witnessed it firsthand like that. You know what I'm saying? So I did not, I assumed it was an accident for some time. And I felt terrible for her. I still feel terrible that this happened. I don't feel bad for her. I think she's a psychopath. And I started to feel bad for the parents, but they just keep blaming my brother for his own death, and they keep slandering the family, and their calls are calling us names and calling us evil. So I can't even feel bad for them anymore. I did, but not anymore.
Can somebody explain to me how Mackenzie's parents and family members, whatever, friends, are blaming Dominic for his own death? He was not driving the car. So, like, what the fuck? You can't blame him. Like, it's the amount of delusion that is going on Mackenzie's side of all this is crazy.
Yeah, I was just listening to some of the jail calls. I don't know. I mean, I've been covering crime for years. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that with what is that little language that they speak? It's very, very...
Barney talk.
Yeah, her and the mom. Like, it's weird.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
You only speak that, like, it's not a cultural thing, and it's not a what is it, like an Italian, whatever, it's not like a
dialect or whatever, or like...
Yeah, it's like a made up language that you use so people can't understand you. So
okay, pause. So this language, I'm gonna get a drink. I don't know about you guys. I graduated in 2004. Yes, I am 40 years old. And this language that they're speaking, some of my friends knew it in school. And I could not pick up on doing it. I couldn't figure it out. I'm also dyslexic, if that has anything to do with it. But this language has been around for a while, but I don't think it's an actual, like, I don't know if I want to use the word verified, official language of any nationality or anything. It's just something stupid that somebody made up. And I don't know. But she talks more in here about this language, so just keep watching it. It gets really good.
Like, there's no background or cultural thing. They just, like, she taught her daughter that so that they could keep secrets. You know what I'm saying? And, like, not let anybody know what they're talking about. I thought that was creepy in itself and weird.
And she seems like she's even manipulating the mom in some of the calls.
I would believe. I don't know if it's vice versa or they're both kind of just off there, but, like, I think that they may be victims. I know one other person who's like a complete narcissist and sociopath, and they very much have their parents as like prisoners. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's that or maybe it's both.
If you think about it, when she just said has their parents as prisoners, look at how she treats her mom. I don't know how she treats her dad because I have yet to hear a freaking jail call of her and her dad talking. But the way she treats her mom and how she threatens, like how she's threatened Dom, how she's threatened her mom to get what she wants. She's got them they're in prison in their own house because of her. It's just the way, I mean, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm not explaining it well enough, but she's got her parents in prison.
Ways, but I think that whole family's I don't know what I can say without getting in trouble. So
with all this coming out now, and like it came out somewhat when there was the trial and she got, convicted, but there's so much more now. I mean, the people from jail are talking and like the calls are coming out and all the text messages. Like, what does that feel like for you? Like, does it feel like freeing in a way? I mean, is it bad to have old stuff dredged up, or does it kind of feel like the right thing is happening, that it's all getting out in the open?
I feel kind of like it's an invasion of privacy. And I'll get a lot of backlash about this too, because as soon as I say that, somebody's going to say, well, you made a podcast to talk about it. Well, I made a podcast to talk about the misinformation and to defend my brother with these lies.
Mhm.
That's why I made it.
I'm glad
And to
you
get
did
like the
that.
petition signed for all good reasons, but I know I'll hear about it. But I feel like it's an invasion, especially the text messages. Like, imagine if you died tomorrow, knock on wood, but like, could you imagine if your phone was leaked?
Yeah.
And all your private texts were out, so if somebody shows me something like that's, I'll read it, but like, I don't know. I wish that, honestly, nobody ever knew about it. I was at one point thinking like, and grief is weird. I don't know if you've ever lost somebody, but like, you deal every day, it feels different, and sometimes like I'll be shopping or grocery shopping and I'll just start crying. But when I talk about his death, I won't cry. So it's weird, very weird. But
Waves of grief become.
It's like one day I'm kind of happy that the whole entire world, knows his name and face, which is kind of cool, that like, I think it's pretty cool, like that everybody knows who my brother was. He deserves that. But at the same time, it's caused a lot of grief around here with the family and stuff. It's been pretty hard, really hard.
Yeah, and you seem pretty tough. Like, do you think you seem like you're, kind of on the defense. You're like defending the family, defending Dom. I mean, have you had a chance yourself to really grieve for yourself?
No. No. I was.
She needs to grieve. Next year, actually, you see, in July of this year will be 9 years that my late husband has passed away. I still have days where I'm just like bawling my eyes out. Especially with our son, who's going to be a senior this year, and all the senior stuff that he gets to do. And my husband won't be there. He's in the ground. And it sucks. I'm telling you. It's grief. Right when it happens, for the first, I would say 6 months, for me at least, it was, I would set aside an hour a day or an hour every couple of days, and I would just cry. Just to let it out. You got to let it out. And then as time went on, it was every year. I mean, around like his birthday or his what I call angelversary, the day he became an angel, I cry. I get sad. I mean, it's normal. We're all human. But as the time goes on, it gets easier. It's like you grow as a person and you grow around the grief. Think of the grief as like, like the static on the old TVs. Okay, think of that in like a ball. And then draw a circle around that. Okay, so the grief is inside the second circle. The second circle is you. As time goes on, that second circle, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But that grief stays in that ball in the middle of the circle. It's not getting any smaller. Your circle is getting bigger. And it just, we learn to, how do I want to put this? We learn to live with it and deal with it in our own ways. And as we're doing that, we are growing as a person. So that second circle is growing, if that makes any sense. I have a video I could show about.
Was given once I knew this Netflix movie was coming out, I've been quiet for about 4 years, very helpless with our whole family with seeing this stuff on the internet about him. So I had a choice. I had to either sit back and let the world talk about your brother and your family, or I was going to fight harder and bigger and do more, which I took the latter. I wasn't going to sit back anymore and let, everybody talk about him. That's just me. Like, I'm protective. I'm one of 7. We're a really, really close family, and he's a huge piece to it. And he's super, super missed. And this is really important. So as much as I'm tired and I'm doing a lot, trying to do a lot, but I like to stay in the chaos. Because once I sit down and things get calm, then I start to think and then I get sad.
Yeah.
So I keep going.
She's right about that part.
Mm-hmm.
What are the biggest misconceptions, would you say, for people who just watched the documentary and didn't really do much more research into it? Is there anything you want people to know?
Sure, yeah. Well, off the top of my head, Dom wasn't this big drug dealer. He comes from a really long line of, a well-off family. He had resources. He was doing things. He played the stock market very well. He hit really big in 2020, like super big, and had his own money. So he wasn't just, a lot of people say, oh, mom, that. No, he was doing his own thing, started a clothing line. So like that misconception is a huge one. I think it's disgusting to even say, without knowing him, especially. There was another piece, like I've said before, like the 253 when, now I haven't seen the final version, but there's a part of it they talk about the text message to my dad at 253. I love you, Dad. Did you see that part?
Yeah.
And they kind of put it out there, like Netflix, like, oh, like now there's a bunch of conspiracy theories around that. Like he knew what was going to happen, or he did it because he sent that goodbye text. But I just wanted, the world to know, and I'll keep saying it, that that's a normal thing that my family does. My dad texts his children, all 7 of them, I love yous, and we all do that back to him. So that was like I've been hearing a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding that one. Another huge one was that Rosie and Landon, and I hate even saying their names anymore because I don't like to give them attention, but they were not Dominic and Davion's like best friend. Those are Mackenzie's friends. Before the final version came out, I saw a different version with very nasty things said about my brother from them. So I believe the producers took it out. There were several things. So when I saw that, I want, those people are terrible. They were about to tell the whole world very terrible things about my brother, made up things. But those are Mackenzie's friends. So that's a big misconception because they portray themselves as Dominic's best friends, but then they turn around and say very bad things about him all over the internet, bad things about our family. They make Mackenzie look innocent. So they're bad people. I think I'm allowed to say that. I got to watch, what I'm saying, but,
Fuel your energy.
Yeah. So while we wait through the ad, I told you it was going to get good. Like, it'll get good.
I think that's all I can think of now. There's probably more. This is like my 5th interview of the day. I'm
No,
sorry.
You're good. Well, thank you for doing it, by the way. I know you've had a long day. Do you feel like, I mean, when Netflix does a big documentary like this, like, do you feel like, I mean, did you have to agree? Did your family have to be like, oh, okay, we're okay with this? Or how does it work?
No, we just started getting letters in the mail and emails like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? We're doing this. So basically a production company was like, we're putting together a movie, and it really is, it's public information.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't own the rights to the case or anything. But we were asked for, God, it was like 6 months, a year, I can't remember, a long time to do it. And we declined every single request up until they finished production and left the country. And then I changed my mind because I was like, I knew that the Flanagans had done it. I heard they were going to interview the Sharillas, and then I'm sitting there like, there's going to be a Netflix movie out and none of us are going to talk about Dominic. Like, I have to do this. I have to force myself to do this. And I'm the family spokesperson.
I honestly think with stuff like that, if her and her family didn't want to do it, and I mean, I wish they could have been like, no, you're not going to make this. This is my brother, or this is my son. You don't have our permission to do this with him in it. I wish families were able to say that to these people, because sometimes these movies that they makes the actual victim look horrible. And it's not that. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish they could be like, no, we're not going to be in it, and you're not going to talk about my son, my brother, whatever. And they couldn't do it.
Spokesperson. So I did it, and they came back in the country and filmed, but they were doing it without us, whether we liked it or not.
And I don't know how much of it you've watched, but, well, did you watch it?
No, I've not seen the final version. I started watching
you
it
mentioned
like
that. You
twice,
saw like a draft
couple
version.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I tried to start it a couple times and watch it, and I don't want to see it. So
did you see when you saw the screening, or the not the final version, but did you see when Mackenzie was in it? I mean, did you see that part?
Yep.
What did you think about that, and did she seem a lot different than from when you knew her back then?
Yes, completely different. Her voice, her demeanor, the words she was using, how she's moving her body, how she's talking. It was completely rehearsed. I just on my podcast, I just interviewed a body language expert yesterday. It was kind of cool to hear what he had to say. His name was Scott Taylor, and he's going to be reviewing some more interviews from like Natalie and her for me. I really can't wait to hear what he has to say, but it was not her at all. That was, as I think everybody can tell, pretty well rehearsed, and that was one of my huge worries when I was previewing this back in January before it came out. Like, I looked at the producers and I was like, I know what happened. Like, there's a lot they're not showing. The public has no idea about so much. So if you guys want to tune into the podcast, go ahead. But like, I'm trying to go through all this, and all the misinformation and putting the real truth out there. But my worry was like, I know what happened. There's so much you're not showing. And it was like, is it just me that thinks she looks super evil and twisted and crazy and psychopathic? And they're, rest assured she does. But I was really worried that like the world was not going to see her for that. And it was just me. I was like, am I only...
So the beginning here, this picture down here, if you look there's something said about people's eyes. Okay. So if you go back to the beginning when I started this and you like look at her eyes, like I'm going to use Brian's face as an example because I don't want to lose my spot. So like her eyes, you can see the whites that are under here on both eyes. It is said that if you can see that, like on people's eyes, like how her eyes are, they are going to suffer a horrible, painful death. My late husband had eyes like that. And he had colon cancer. It was very, very painful for him. So, Christine, if you see this, take note of the eye situation. How do I put this? Hopefully her karma will come back around to her. And that's all I'm going to say.
thinking that because she killed my brother, but it was like a huge worry of mine. Like, I really hope the world sees her for who she is and Dom for who he is. You know, it was a very big worry. And I think the world, you know, I've seen it back and forth, but I think pretty much majority of people have the right idea.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, I would agree. And I wondered too, like, because you know I'm a journalist, so I kind of just do I don't do like big long documentaries that are, you know, out years later. I kind of cover the stories like in the moment usually, you know, like when there was the verdict with your brother's case. But I wonder, like with these Netflix shows, if they almost like if they just portrayed her so bad and did the full truth, it's like maybe it makes it less interesting. Like you almost want people from a entertainment mystery perspective to not really know what they think, not really to go up, turn it off and talk to their family about, well, what do you think? Do you think she really meant to do it? You know what I mean?
You hit the nail on the head. I just said that the other day, that literally they did such a good job making this entertaining and making people talk about it.
Yeah,
the
they did.
whole internet is divided and they're all talking, and really it's I mean, they're trying to make money. It was made for entertainment, but that's exactly what they did. They left it at a neutral standpoint to where people can, you know, form their own opinions, and it got
I don't think it left it at a neutral standpoint. I've seen a lot of opinions where people are like, oh, they made her or Mackenzie look like a victim. No, that's not what I gathered from it. I gathered they made her look like a psychopathic cunt. Like I feel like it made her and her parents look like pieces of shit. And I don't see it as a neutral thing. I see it as Mackenzie is a bully. She treated Dom like shit, and Davion was collateral damage. And I hate to say that about him because he matters. Yeah, I think it just made him look bad.
Entire world talking. It's the #1 movie like in the world. They did a good job at that. I mean, they're good at what they do, obviously, you know, because it did pretty well.
This medical condition that she talked about having, or you know, that they said she had, was that ever a thing before the crash?
No, it was not. Never knew she had it. Nobody knew she had it. And actually, don't quote me. They mentioned this in trial, and granted, I floated. Like, everybody was on autopilot. We still are. Like, everything in one ear, out the other. But in the trial, they did touch on this. And I don't even think that there's a medical record prior to the crash about her having POTS. It wasn't mentioned until somebody didn't bring it to the doctor's attention until after she murdered 2 people. Now, when the police, before it was an investigation, and the police went to her while she was in the hospital bed to bring her cell phone.
Okay, so this part, pay attention. Mackenzie starts talking her gibberish shit to her mom, and somebody deciphers it, and listen to what she said to her mom.
And see if she was okay. She looks at her mom, I think you've seen this in that Pig Latin talk, and says, can I just say I had a seizure? In that secret language. She says that to her mom when the cop came in. And that is where I think they started establishing and corroborating this story about POTS. That was just, I think, you know, made up for a defense. She went and got her license back 2 weeks after taking 2 people's lives behind the wheel of a car. Within, I think it was 2 weeks, went to the BMV to get her license back.
There's no way that I would be able to drive after that. I would be scared shitless to drive after that.
I'd be driving down the highway after my brother died to go to work downtown. And once I hit 50, I started having panic attacks and breaking down crying. So this was supposedly the love of her life for 4 years. Someone she cared very deeply about, yet is dying to get behind a wheel again. Her behaviors have been so guilty that I don't know how anybody could stick up for her or think otherwise, you know?
Did she ever do that language before that you know of? Or is that like a new thing they developed when she went to jail?
I have heard that it was developed. I heard that, because I never heard her speak it, but that she did. Some people did. I don't think it was common, and I didn't hear her speak it. But I believe that her mother taught her that so they could hide what they were saying.
So I think mom taught her that while she supposedly was laying in bed for 3 months crying next to the shrine of Dom. I don't think she did that at all. I think her and her mom devised a plan, code word, in case she went to jail. So that's when I think that happened.
So, but I do think it was, I mean, it sounds pretty hard to learn. You know what I'm saying? I heard it was like, I don't even have time to learn that, you know, but she must have, if it was that important to not, I don't know. I find that creepy.
Well, yeah, and some people are telling me like, oh, it's not that tricky. You just change this syllable with that syllable. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm still not following how you do this. Like, I don't get it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. They didn't even have the prosecution for the trial. We didn't even have that interpreted. And it was like a major piece. You know, when you look at a cop and say to your mother, can I just say I had a seizure or something? Like, I thought that was a huge piece, but when the trial was going on, the prosecutor came out, was like, we can't figure out what language this is. And they're like, they call it carny talk. And I have a friend, my buddy Nick, he owns a whole carnival, McGinnis Amusements around here. And I called him immediately. I was like, what is this carny talk? He's owned a carnival. He's like 3rd generation owning it. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Carnies don't speak that. So I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's close.
But they call it.
It's close to it, but it's not what they speak. And I'm sure somebody has deciphered all of this and it's somewhere online. Just stumbling across it is going to take a while.
Carny talk, but it's not in the carnivals. It's super weird.
Really weird. You mentioned the trial. Were you there for the whole trial?
Yeah, I sat out for when the coroner came in and they talked about the autopsy. I sat that out, but that was the only time I missed.
How
the rest
long
of it,
was
I was there. A week.
A week.
5 days.
What was that like?
Terrible, horrendous. We had to sit through in front of a room full of people and family and Dom's close friends while they played The Crash over and over again. We had to sit, and I wasn't there for the coroner part, but some family members were, like, them talk about his dead body. Like, we had to sit with the Sharillas that I believe, I'm not going to say who or anything because I don't know what I can and can't say without getting in trouble, but like some are super aggressive, shouting things. So it was super awkward. When, I don't know, the fake crying, it was infuriating, so many emotions, and then you're sitting there on autopilot, just floating through. Like, I'm at my brother's murder trial. He was murdered. Like, I still don't really, it's not, I don't know. I'm kind of out of touch with reality, I guess. Like, it's very just terrible. It was terrible.
Horrible situation.
Was there anyone in her family that like kind of just like made eye contact with you? Like, listen, like, we get it. I'm sorry. Like, cause I'm just thinking like,
no.
if you're
sorry.
her family, it's like, I guess you kind of have to go to the trial to support her in a way, but was there anyone who kind of looked at you like, we were there for you. This is terrible, or no?
No. And I wish there would have been. Like, that's what I'm saying is when we thought it was an accident, they were all, obviously kind and okay. But then the second that she got arrested and attorneys got involved and stuff, we never heard from them again. And
that's because they knew. The parents have to know that it was Mackenzie's fault. They have to know. But they've got the wool pulled so far over their fucking eyes. they're not believing any of it. Look at the way the mom treats the daughter. I don't know. It's a horrible situation.
The trial, as you're sitting face to face, like family to family to them, and they won't even look at us. There's no like, I'm telling you what, if my kid hurt some other kid or something like that, I'm apologizing. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I am so sorry. That bullcrap that she went in front of the judge and gave that I'm so sorry thing, you weren't doing that to us in the hallway all week. or you have all of our phone numbers, my parents' phone numbers, like none of that. It was just in front of the judge, or just on camera. In real life, she doesn't. I've been waiting for her to write letters to my parents. Like, I think of Kenzie maybe reaching out sometime. Nothing of the sort. It's only when the cameras are rolling that she says she cares about, or, the Dom's family's feelings, or even Flanagan's. It's nope, all fake.
So true.
How are your parents?
Terrible. They're changed, miserable. Like, I don't want to call them miserable, but you could only imagine, like.
This is how you can.
Okay. I feel horrible for the Flanagans too. Like, all of their kids are adopted, and it's just, they've already had so much heartbreak with even trying to get pregnant, and then they lose one of their children. Like, just this whole situation is so heartbreaking, and I just wish Mackenzie would own up.
Nobody's ever going to be the same, and part of it is that we have to learn to accept that. Like, we are going to hurt the rest of our lives. Nothing will ever be the same. We're an Italian family, like very, very close. Like, he baptized our children. We confirmed him. Like, he was my baby. Every holiday, every birthday, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the big moments of our lives that he should be here, was here, and now he's not. Like, there's always that hole. There's always that emptiness. And then there's always that, like, now I'm at the point, like, do we bring him up right now? Is it going to make somebody cry? You know what I'm saying? So we're all kind of like tiptoeing around it sometimes. And, like, we all, for his birthday and his death date, we throw huge parties. We honor him all the time at the cemetery, with a beautiful memorial. But it's not gotten any easier. It's almost been 4 years, and it has gotten worse. I think I'm worse off than I was after it happened. So
with her saying she's worse off, like, I feel like she's not feeling the grief. She's not going through the emotions, because, like she said earlier, she lives in the chaos, and if she sits down, that's when she starts to think. I 100% relate to that. She needs to take time off and actually feel everything and go through those emotions.
So, and I think all of us are worse off.
Yeah, I mean, I've never lost anybody. I mean, like, just like grandparents. You know what
That's
I mean?
what it was for me too.
So, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I always thought maybe like it would get easier with time.
I've heard that, but it's not true. And that's why I hate, like,
I
hate to
does get a
tell
little
people
easier
that,
over time.
for people that are losing loved ones recently or are going to, like, it doesn't get easier. Here I am 4 years later, it's gotten worse, but I was the same. I've only lost grandparents and my sister-in-law, but, like, this, I didn't know pain like this existed. It's sickening. It's life-altering.
Yeah.
I did not know. I always thought to myself too, like, when I saw someone lose a sibling, like, oh my God, I could not continue. You know what I mean? I couldn't go on. How are they so strong? How are they waking up every day? And then when you're forced to do it, man, I didn't know this pain existed. Because if anybody who knows me knows how my family is everything, that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could imagine how bad this is for me, but, I don't know. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's weird to think how people watch the show and, like, it's like a show, but it's almost people need to remember, like, there's a real family there.
Yeah, especially while they're making their comments online and things like that. And
yeah,
even when you're not trying to be insensitive, like, people are posting a diagram of how their bodies were in the car. And let's say it's 8 a.m.
That's disgusting. I don't care who you are. That is disgusting that people are they even thought about it. And then they're doing it. No, we don't do that shit over here.
Yeah, and I'm just, like, laying down and I want to scroll Facebook, and I come across how they want to lay out my brother's body in a vehicle. And it's like, why? I know it's true crime, but maybe I should have just shut off my social media. But then again, I didn't want everybody running their mouths about my brother anymore, and I wanted to get the word out about this petition foundation for things like that. So yeah, I was warned. Netflix, they did warn me prior, and the producers, to shut off my social media. I didn't listen.
Yeah, I think for you, it's like you just kind of took your own control, and you
I
can do
did.
that these days with YouTube and stuff. It's like,
I went rogue.
you went
I
rogue.
went completely rogue. Yeah. They told me they assigned me like some PR agents or something, and we're like, yeah, we advise you shut off your social media. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I need to see this. Like, yeah, thank you, but no. Here's a
Yeah.
therapist. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, good for you. Tell me about the foundation.
So it comes out, I'm signing the paperwork tomorrow, so it should be out in a day or two. I am having it expedited, but it's brand new. Where is my phone? I changed the name already like 5 times, so this is what the official name is. It is going to be, I'm really excited about this. I've always wanted to do this, but now I have the platform to do it. It is going to be Change the Game for Dom Foundation. And with that, we are going to try to, I'm going to try to raise funds for underprivileged kids to sponsor their basketball teams. Dom very much loved basketball, and that was a big part of my life with him. Was going to, I didn't miss any of his games, any basketball games, any football games. I was at every one of them. So that was like my favorite time with Dom. And then like I would pick Dom up on the weekends when our parents divorced. I would pick Dom up like I would have visitation with him.
Here, real quick, let me. I googled this. Change the game for Dom Foundation. The Russo family is actively channeling their grief into positive change and legislative. There we go. Action. Alongside the foundation, they are pushing for Dom and Devon's. I can never say his name. I am so sorry. Law. Victims before influencers. This proposed legislation seeks to update Ohio's Son of Sam laws for the social media age. The goal is to prevent convicted violent offenders, Mackenzie, from profiting off of their notoriety on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. And then it goes here how you can support. To sign a petition, add your name to change.org petition to help push for Dom. I'm going to sign it too. I haven't done it yet. Here's a GoFundMe. Oh, look how much they've raised. Almost, wow. They're only trying to raise 8K. Oh, wait, it's $863. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm raising, my name is Christine Russo. I am raising funds for my nonprofit, Change the Game for Down Foundation, created for my brother, Dominic Russo, and his friend, Davion, whose lives were tragically taken in 2022. Turn the pain into purpose by helping underprivileged children gain access to the game Don loved the most, basketball. Our mission is to provide kids in need with new basketball shoes, equipment, uniforms, and opportunities they may not otherwise have. We hope to sponsor teams, support local leagues, and ensure that financial hardship never stops a child from playing the sport. I was seeing if there's anything in here more about the law they're trying to, but yeah. That's what that is that she's talking about. Let me go back and share. I clicked out of the page. Give me a second.
And we would set up my living room and make a basketball court for my son, and he would teach my son how to play. So it was just like, that was a big part of, our lives. And it was one of the best times that I could say, going to his games and watching him. So I'm going to do a foundation to help underprivileged kids, either sponsor their teams or get them shoes, basketballs, equipment. If they need help, like if they're in college, maybe purchasing books, or like if they need help finishing with tuition or something like that, funding that. I haven't gotten all the little kinks out yet, but that'll be done by like tomorrow morning. So it will be out there.
You don't have a link
Not yet.
Okay.
No, but I will. I'll send it to you by
Yeah,
tomorrow.
send it to me. I'll put it in the description.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And what about the petition? Is that Son of Sam law?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. So let me get my mouse up. Sorry, I haven't memorized this stuff. I've been so busy. So, The petition is going to be Dom and Davion's Law, Victims Before Influencers. It's modernizing the Son of Sam's Law. So the issue with the Son of Sam's Law is it was written in the 70s, and it was about a serial killer, like, not earning money off of his crime. But back when it was written, that was covering, like, books, newspaper articles, and movies, because there was no internet, social media, crypto, GoFundMes. The law doesn't cover any of these, like the new digital era or any of the this new technologies and ways of funding criminals. So the victims before influencers is that no victim's family should have to watch the person who killed their loved one turn that crime into attention, which is all Kenzie cares about. That's very much her. So turn any crime into attention, followers, donations, sponsorships, merchandise, paid interviews, documentaries, social media income, or other personal benefits.
Oh, can you really earn a degree with?
If you listen to her calls, the way they laugh about her being famous is...
I will be right back. I need to take my dog outside.
Vile and disgusting. It's creepy and dark. I feel it gives me the creepiest feeling listening to them laugh about becoming famous for killing Dominic. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that one.
It's twisted. It's like her mom's like, "Oh my God, I have something to tell you," and Kenzie's like, "Oh my God, what?" And she was like, the case went to the UK," and they start like laughing and like gleefully screaming, kind of. It's like,
oh my God,
you're a murderer. Like, why? I don't know why you would think that was okay. Why are you happy that made that to another country? I would be trying to keep this a secret if that was my kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's all they've cared about. So, and even before that, like, that's all she cares about is how she looks. I just can't wait for this to become a law, or for them to even find out about this, because every time she's upset in jail, you can also hear her mom say, "Go write your book, Kenzie," thinking that she's going to come out and get famous. I've talked to the girls in jail with her. I talked to Cheyenne, and she even told me, like, she's trying to she's writing a book. That's all she's doing. She says she's going to come out and be famous, and she's going to be a model and She's got all these plans to come out and be like Gypsy Rose and over my dead body.
Yeah, well, I interviewed Kat, and she said she's like almost like in denial. It seems like she doesn't realize she's in jail necessarily. You know what I mean? She puts her makeup on, which I don't even know you could have makeup in jail. That was
shouldn't be
news
allowed
to me.
Yeah, and to me, it's like, why? I don't know, why do you care if you have makeup on while you're in jail? Also,
yeah.
Like, how narcissistic and self-absorbed you have to be. Cheyenne said that she puts on makeup every day. She gets up at 6 a.m. and puts on makeup and has like hair curlers. She's got all these pairs of shoes, $300-400 sweatshirts. She's living pretty nicely in there. But they did also tell me that they think that they wouldn't doubt if she got moved to a maximum security. So, I mean, it's scary. I wish this never happened. I feel bad, and I don't want to be like a bully, and like I don't like to hate, and I feel this is all. I wish this never happened. Like, I wish she never killed my brother, but it did, and then they continue to slander him, and they've created whole pages for the last 3 years. We've been dealing with this.
Yeah,
and the internet doesn't know this. Like, the last 3 years, they created these stupid pages, and I'm not gonna say them because I don't want to bring it attention, but they collect funds for her, and they talk terribly. They've drug my family through the mud, brought up like people's pasts, and have victim blamed and family blamed, and allowed people to bash us. And it's like, and this is them. You can hear it in a call too, where Kenzie tells her mother, "Make sure you make this blank page," and
we don't do that.
I would have.
I'm just letting you know, if you're new here, we do not go to, let's say, Betty or JLR's page and talk shit from what I show you guys. We don't do that. We don't know. I mean, if you want to talk shit about Mackenzie, go for it. She's already proven herself to be a piece of shit. But don't leave here and go over to somebody else's page and start shit with them. Don't. If you have an opinion, throw it in the chat. Throw it in the comments. Don't do it. Don't go to X either and start bashing people. No. I find it, and I know you're one of my subs. You're done. You will be blocked. I'm not gonna stand for that shit.
Thought if they cared about Dom, Davion, or the family, why haven't they come out and told the world to stop and set the record straight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it.
Well, and also there was a verdict. I mean, it's not like she hasn't had a trial and been convicted. I mean, if she hadn't had a trial and been convicted, I would be talking about it differently too, saying, accused of, well, how do we really know? You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's different.
She's already been, evidence does not lie.
Yeah.
And she had a fair trial, and there was mechanical experts and health whatever, all the experts were there. And she was found. That's what I tell the internet too, is like, there was a fair trial and she is guilty. Like, it's not up for debate. You know what I mean? This is actual, they tried from the get-go to come up with all these excuses. Oh, she didn't have a fair trial, or she doesn't remember. Oh, she has this POTS syndrome. Oh, the trial wasn't unfair. Oh, just excuse after excuse, but never accountability. You have 10 years until you're up for parole. Like, why do you continue to put us through this? Like, there's another appeal happening right now, so I have to be really careful about what I say.
So it's 10 years from now she could get out?
Yeah, she was convicted in 23. She got 15 years, and then she's eligible for parole. So what, 11 years? And I think she's up for parole prior to that. Everyone says like there's no way that she'll get out, but I don't know. You never know, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what stinks for families.
I hope that if she goes back up for parole, that Christina, the Russo family, Davion's family, they all go and beg and plead the judge not to let her out. Like, I'm sure they're going to go and say something, but I hope they can convince the judge to be like, denied.
I covered another story where someone was up for parole, and it's like the family had to go and testify. It's like it never ends. I mean, I hate to say that, but you know what I mean?
True.
It's
true.
Like you have to keep going back and reliving it.
It's and it's always in the back of your head. Like, people will be like, oh, she's never getting out, but it's like, I don't know, what if there's some kind of weird technicality, like the judge didn't file a statement right, or they didn't sign a paper. Anything, to me, it's like it's in the back of your head. And then it's like, I could not imagine if she walked out of there, like, and even in 25 years, it's gonna be, I don't know how we're gonna deal with that, because it's like Dom doesn't get to come home. I don't understand why she didn't get life. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. She took 2 people's lives on purpose. Convicted, and the evidence is there. Why does she get to walk free at all?
Well, I appreciate your time, Christine. You're really you're tough. You're a tough cookie.
Thank you. I like to thank myself that way.
Yeah. So, and I like the way you ignored the PR people and just
went rogue,
and getting your story out there, getting your brother's story out there, because people can find out the truth and the full story. You only get a little snippet, it seems like, if you watch the documentary. Yeah,
that's not even like I don't even think it gives it like a quick glimpse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I haven't seen it since it came out or recently, but it's like, quick glimpse, and there's so much more to this story, and real people behind it, which is hard for some people to believe, but I really appreciate you, asking me to come on and giving me your platform, to speak on him and the family. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll get the foundation link. People can check it out, and if it's not up right away, I'll put it in later so people can come back if you don't have it set up by the time I post it. So just
thank you so much. Are you can I send you the petition as well?
Yeah, hold on, let me stop recording real quick. 1 second.
Okay, so that's pretty much over. There's more that I wanted to show, but I just took my dog outside and there are extra packages here that I have to run down to my neighbor because I always get their damn packages. They live on West. I live on East. And the guys can't get it right. So I have to run the lady's package down to her. But I have pinned the woman we were just watching, Christine. Her link is pinned to her YouTube channel. Go over there, show her some love, watch her stuff. If you can, share her videos out. But all right, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a good rest.